Hello. Okay, I think I got it going now. Man, I was rambling too. Whew. Well, I'll start over then. So quickly to go over the plays that I'm currently in. I'm in QNRX, LUCY, and HWH. So this is that 4 a.m. pop that I tell y'all about all the time. I love it. I'm not consistently waking up to play it, but I will be going forward. So this is a perfect example. No news pop. Got all the way up to 286 between 4 and 410 and wrote it down. I'm still in this position too. So it is, it doesn't get much easier than this, to be honest. Again, this is why I'm avoiding the 7 to 930 because it's just not worth it to me anymore. There's so many other beautiful opportunities. And when small caps change and these runners are not so intense, I might come back to those pops, but why do that when these are this easy? No news pump at 4 a.m. I'm gonna make over $1 per share on this one. Crazy. LUCY, this is an overnight hold that I'm in currently. I've played this one like 3 or 4 times at this point. Caught this pop in after hours, sold here, caught the pop again, sold here, then held 1,000 shares overnight, caught the pop here, ended up selling somewhere in here, and then when it popped again to two, I got my entry was 345, and I think I barely got it. So I'm back in 1,000 shares. I'm gonna ride down. So I'm in this one. Lucy has a history of just popping and never holding the gains. They had our earnings. When I posted in the circle group, I mentioned that I wasn't sure why it was popping. They had earnings, and it was very underwhelming earnings. But could it potentially get to like 5? Yeah, but I don't think it will. Um, and then QNRX is the other play I'm in. This was a member alert. Martin called this one out. So I am not playing the pops like I've said right now. So I waited for it to fall below VWAP, made an entry, sold around 9, caught it back on this VWAP test. And the plan right now is just let it ride. It's holding its gains very well. So this might be one of the pre-market or opening bell retests from like 9:30 to 10:30. This will probably be a good candidate, but I'm going to hold off on it and not take profit around this 9 like I did on this last one and see if it drops. But I'll see the price action while we go into opening in the next 20 minutes because I could see this one trying to test pre-market highs as well. They have a pretty good cash position when I checked. The news, you know, it's underwhelming to me, but I could see this one potentially fighting today. So, but yeah, those are the 3 plays I'm in right now. It's been a good morning so far, and a few of us had good days yesterday. Thanks for posting y'all's flexing y'all's gains. I ended up having a $7,600 day. Did I say that right? Yeah, $7,600 day. But the day before it was terrible. So I like to have these bounce back days after I have a red day. So pretty happy about that. I've actually traded pretty well this month, but it's just a couple tickers that went way higher than I was expecting that completely ruined my P&L. So not letting that happen anymore. Not trading from 7 to 9:30. So until things calms down. And there's no reason to right now, especially when like there's these plays. And I'm not a financial advisor. This is just educational purposes, but I'm not going to risk getting blown up right now when there's opportunities like this at like 4 a.m. So, and it's easy to see this move right now and be like, oh, of course that's an easy play. But in hindsight, it's, you know, you see a stock that's pumping, you look at forums, everybody's saying that it's going to $10, but I would say 95, if not 99 out of 100 times, this is what these do. And sorry, I'll turn my volume down on my phone. They'll pop at 4 a.m. You check, there's no news, then it just dies off. Wish I would have went heavier on this one, but I still had 1,000 shares, so I'll make a grand or so on it, hopefully. But anyways, that's enough about the positions I'm in right now. I'm going to be scanning to see if there's anything else interesting here very shortly. Probably should have got on earlier so I could talk about some of the plays from yesterday. There were a ton of opportunities yesterday. Man, there's a ton of opportunities yesterday. Many people in the group made thousands of dollars yesterday. So I should look up and see, maybe I pull up my Kinfo and share. Just don't have enough screens. Because I like keeping it simple. But an extra screen would be convenient right now. But I'm gonna pull up my Kinfo. I don't talk about it a lot. Probably because I honestly haven't been doing that great past couple months. But so still green, but not impressive numbers. So I'm trying to pull up my trades from yesterday. So the trades from I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this so y'all can see it. Let me move this right here. So yesterday, and if you see anything popping, feel free to put it in the chat. I got my alerts on as usual, but let me know if y'all see anything. So I guess my best play of the day was 1.98 on HCWB, I think. And then another 1,000 on HCWB, and then another 300 on then another 1,000 on HCWB. So I did well on that one. So let me pull that one up. I made 2 grand, 3, so like 4 grand on that play alone. I didn't even realize that, but so yeah, that one helped my P&L for sure. Because I played the so again, this kind of goes back to how I used to trade back in the day a little bit more, where I was kind of scalping instead of just waiting for it to get to the 200. But I know probably a lot of y'all stopped out of this one, and I probably should, but y'all know I let them play a little bit. But it made a clear test. This is the only pump I played yesterday was this one because I'm trying to stay away from them. Sorry guys for the dinging. I thought I turned my phone off. And this one popped a little above 13. I caught that one, wrote it down, sold pretty early because some of these pops have gotten me recently. And then when it retested here, hold on just one second. Did it? Oh yeah. So then when it actually didn't retest, it set a new high. That's right. It set a new high almost at $17. We shorted this, caught it down, shorted it again. I caught it back down, and then right here I held on because I just wanted to confirm that it was bullish. And then, man, did it give back all these gains very, very quickly. After it finally broke through VWAP, it gave us a lot back, and it hit the magnet, is what I call it, the 200 moving average. And then overnight, they dropped an offering. I actually didn't fall that bad for an offering drop, but beautiful opportunity. So I made on this move to this move down to VWAP, the retest down to VWAP, and then I got another entry here. Didn't sell on VWAP this time, and then just wrote it down. So beautiful opportunities yesterday. But the reason why I'm not trading these initial pops so much anymore is because I'm waiting for to kind of get a better idea of how bullish this stock is going to be and if I'm going to enter it. because back in the day I was just shorting these, and they would almost come right back to where they started. But a lot of these stocks are holding their own. So small caps are a little hot right now. Raven, your strategy is look at 9 a.m. stocks that pump and then short. I mean, that's a very basic way of saying it, but there's, yes, some truth to that. Maybe not 9 a.m., but any pre-market. If anything's up 100+% on the day, regardless of what time it is, I'm trying to see where the highs are. I'm trying to see if it's breaking down below VWAP, trying to see if it's testing highs. Just picking the best entry because most of these stocks will go down. So small caps that aren't affiliated with crypto recently, they go right back to where they started. A lot of times by end of day, and almost always by 2 days, 3 days, end of week. So we know these small caps are going to come back down to earth. It's just timing when they're coming back down to earth, and that's what I do. Yeah. Yeah, Raven, I saw you join the group too. I created like a little mini course. It's only about 45 minutes, I think, and it's high level. I'm gonna keep adding more details and examples to it as we go, but I want to just get something basic out there so I can build off of. But yeah, HCWB was very fruitful yesterday. What was another good one? ICCT. Oh yeah, that was a great one. So ICCT, this one, I actually didn't have the best feel initially because I was trying to catch it some on the way up. It got up to $4, and then it was a clear rejection after that. Fell below VWAP. Added. I'm not sure if I added at this point, but when it came back to retest, I added, and as you can see, it came down to the 200 moving average. And as y'all have heard me say it before, I don't wait for it to hit the 200 just in case there's a well there or a big buy order. I usually a few ticks above it, and this is a good reason why I do, because I closed out probably somewhere around here, 210. If I would have waited for it to hit the 200, it would have taken until 240. So that's kind of why I do that. But yeah, that was kind of the top two plays of the day. And it was a good day yesterday, and I needed it. So, I mean, I'm green on the month, but it has been a rough month, I will admit. It hasn't been as nice as January. After January and February, I was already up 100K on the year, and ever since then, it's been very mixed bag, up and down, up and down. But I know what it is. It's these pre-market pops. I'm getting in before they have a clear top. So sometimes we have to alter how we trade, and I'm having to alter it right now. So yeah, good day though. Good day. Ended the day 7,600 on the day. So can't complain there. But yeah, so right now I'm keeping an eye on, I should share some of I might do that another day. Should share, there was quite a few Flex Your Gain posts yesterday. So happy to see that I wasn't the only one that did well yesterday. Because it's tough on the days where everything's running because you know, what was it, NXTT and KDLY got a few of us, but good bounce back day yesterday. Interesting, Mark. I would. That's not a bad theory, but sometimes they just pop. I have a hard time believing small caps are even doing much with the macros, except for like key names. Maybe there's some truth to that. you know, following the small cap index, but I don't know. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. But sometimes they're hot for like a month, and then sometimes they're not for a month, and sometimes this 4 a.m. play, there's a play every day, and then sometimes you go weeks without seeing one. So it's definitely a changing market. You just gotta. I would love to say that you do the same thing every day, and for the most part, I do. But there's small tweaks here and there. But I'll look into that. I will look into that, or at like look at my P&L versus how the small caps performed in the past. See if there's any correlation. But anyways, these are the ones I'm looking at. Anything else I should be looking at? Anything that y'all are looking at? SP SEPN is up about 63%, but it's a big fella. I think it's like 400 million market cap or 300, something like that. And they had actually some pretty good news, so I'm not interested in that one. They announced an exclusive global collaborations and license agreement with Novo Nordisk to develop oral small medicine for obesity and type 2 diabetes. So, not interested in that one. Yeah, Martin, that sounds like a good strategy. That's how most people do it. Um, that succeed is focusing on better stock selection, fewer trades. That's probably actually a good idea. I trade a ton. Like I traded 20 trades yesterday. My mentality is I don't like going heavy in just like one play. I play a lot of plays and I go just like average. So even if one blows up, it's not catastrophic, but that strategy has not been working lately. So I might look into trading less amount too. But yeah, I probably should have just took profit here, but when if this drops back down to sub 150, I'll probably get at this one. But had 1,000 shares on this one. Um, pretty good play this morning. Lucy, this one's going to be interesting what it does. If it tests this level again, I might enter, or I'm definitely going to enter some. And then if it tests this $4, I will probably place a pretty heavy bet on that one. And then if it breaks and holds, obviously get out. But Lucy always gives their gains back. Like every time it pops, it usually just gives it right back. Blue, no, Cardell. Blue is a buyout, basically. I'll pull it up. Um, it shouldn't move much. Is it moving right now? Yeah, no, this is like a buyout. They posted some news. Um, you got to dig into it. But basically, stockholders that have a previous tendered share and wish to elect to receive $5 per share in cash must withdraw and retender the shares and complete and sign the letter of election. So basically, long story short, it's an arbitrage play. It's going to stay in this $5 range. WBUY. WBUY. No, I'm not interested in this. Is this what you meant? Yeah, maybe I got the wrong one, but yeah, this one's not even up today. I look for 100% plus gainers. Yeah, unless I'm missing something, I'm not interested in this one. Like these are the ones I'm interested in on the day that's up substantially. Like I said, I might close out of this one before market opens. Right now, just so I already got so deep in the profit. I don't, the risk versus reward says just to close it, but the market's about to open. Um, didn't send out a watch list, apologies, but looking for a retest with Lucy, looking for a retest with QNRX is my main two plays. So close out of HWH, Lucy. So I'll add even if QNRX gets to this VWAP because it's shown that it fails here. At this VWAP. It failed a little bit earlier. So I'll add here and then add heavier if it does test the high of the day. Lucy, same story. HWH, I'm out. If it wants to get to $2 to test VWAP, I'll enter this one. This is the no news pumps. These, y'all know I love those, the ones that are pumping for no reason. But it looks like QNRX. Usually the first move is a fake out, so if it's green right here, it might just go down. ICCT is pumping. Yeah, not enough on it yet for me. It's only up 35%. If it tests these levels, I'll be interested, but thanks for putting it on the radar. If it gets up here, I'll be interested. And I'm gonna go ahead and set some positions. I have a bunch of shares of LUCY and QNRX. I just want to make sure I have those positions. So if it gets up there to, yeah, so I have add 500 shares at 345, add 500 shares at 378. So if it gets to 345 again, I'm adding 500 shares. It's kind of small. Probably should make it bigger. And I'm at least going to make the size bigger for this one. So if it gets up to 378, I'm entering. And 385, 500 shares. So. And then QNRX, if it gets up to about 1020, I'm adding a position right, or I'm adding a short right now. So if it gets up to 10, oh, I actually already have one. So if it gets up to 1045, I'm going to enter 100 shares, and then I have 400 shares if it gets up here in the 1250 to 13 range. So proud of myself. I already have them all set. Yeah. Yeah, Martin, I want to see ICCT get a little more because the range is up here. So if we enter here and we stop out here, that could be a big loss. So I'd rather see it get a little bit closer. Because y'all know me, I don't like stopping out. I hang on to them too long. So I need to focus on my entries. Have a little bias, confirmation bias. I'll convince myself that it's supposed to fall down. But been doing a little bit better with it lately. And as long as I avoid the 7 to 9:30 plays, like I did yesterday, it was nice. Not much action. They're kind of just staying in their little range. Is there anything else that's pumping that I'm not seeing? Because usually one thing pumps every morning. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's really any runner right now. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I forgot something downstairs that I need. But just keeping an eye on GNRX, LUCY, and IXHL. I'm this one might be interesting. I'm gonna do some research when I get back, but this one was trading for 8 cents, and now is if it gets up to 50 cents, I'm gonna I'm gonna enter this because that's just insane range. But in the meantime, I'm gonna look up the news, see what's going on with it. Uh, enter at 50 cents, and then potentially if it gets up to $1, enter extremely. I shouldn't say extremely, but very heavy. But this one's kind of interesting to me. I don't play a lot of sub dollar ones, but when they're up 400%, it kind of has my attention. So I'm gonna look at that one when I get back. LUCY looks like it's failing here. GNRX looks like it's failing as well. Figure between one of these two, they would have tested their highs, but it's far from over. It's only 6 minutes after open. So be right back. But since I have there were more earlier, but since I have everyone on the call, later today, maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna post something in our group, and since I haven't been consistently doing like the weekly recap calls, uh, me and sorry, I'm out of breath running up the stairs. Um, Steven, yeah, me and Steven were talking about it in the circle group about potentially having like a monthly call where it's not just me talking, it's where we reflect at the end of the month. Um, and again, not me talking, where we all are on the call and talk about our wins, losses, things we learn, tips, tricks. So I think we're gonna start doing that monthly. At the end of the month, maybe beginning of the month to reflect on the previous month to kind of go over top plays, what we learned, interact, kind of continue to build the community. So let me know if that's something y'all be interested in instead of just me talking. It's all of us talking because there's a few of us in this group, and I wouldn't even say a few of us. There's a lot of us in this group that are very experienced shorters, and we all have a little bit different style of when we enter, what we look for, our indicators. So I want to make sure we're growing as a group too. So maybe once a month, we all hop on a call. Obviously, the time's not going to work for everyone. I'll put a poll for different times, and whichever one gets the most vote, that's the one I'll roll with. But if y'all are interested in it, let me know, because me and Steven was talking about it and we thought it was a pretty good idea. Because even Martin, I'm about to call you out, his monthly pivot thing that he's been talking about recently, it's actually pretty interesting. I've never heard anybody else talk about it. There's this one, I forget what his name is. He's a bear too. I think I've only seen one other person talk about the monthly pivot. I forget what his name is, but it's something that I've been exploring more, and I'm sure there's other tricks out there that other people are using. Because I honestly, I trade pretty raw. You see what my chart looks like. I don't have hardly anything on it, so I'm sure there's ways I could. On my mobile, I do the 920 moving average, the 9 and the 20 moving average. But I like for the lives for it to be a little bit cleaner. Martin, your English is great, bro. I had that one-on-one with you. We talked for an hour, man, or at least 45 minutes. You have better English than me. I got that hillbilly English from the South. So GNRX is playing out beautiful. Speaking of levels, it's approaching. Oh man, is it going to halt down? Let's go, baby. I think it just halted. Yes, it did. But cool. Glad you thought it was a good idea. But yeah, there's a few people in the group that are having like consistently like four-figure days too. So I want to learn from some of y'all, see what y'all are doing. Because again, I'm self-taught. Keep it simple. I'm sure there's ways I can even upgrade my strategy. Yes, this is good stuff, guys. GNRX with the halt down. Oh, it's above 50. I'm jumping in IX. Dang, I wasn't ready for it. It already came back down. Dang, should have been ready for it. It failed, but it might get back up. Let's see. The problem is TradeZero won't let you short anything under 50 cents, nor do I really want to, but I would like to get in at like 49. Because there's a bunch of people like me that's waiting for it at 50 cents, and it won't even let me get my locates until it gets above 50 cents. This is a crazy move. I don't know why the pivot's wrong for this one. This gets above 50 cents. I'm very interested. So I'm keeping an eye on this one. Sorry, guys, if y'all aren't interested in less than dollar stocks, but this thing is up almost 500%. I know I said I wasn't playing pops. I don't play pops in pre-market with news. This one, I looked at the news. I forgot what it was already, but it wasn't very, let me see. Shares are trading higher after the company completed patient dosing in the phase 2 portion of the phase 2/3 REPOSA study for obstructive sleep apnea. So probably not terrible news, but it doesn't change their financial situation. Like they're only in that step, so the first step of phase 2, they still have to complete the second step. They have to complete phase 3. They have to request FDA approval. They review it. And then maybe the FDA approves it. And then they try to find a bigger company to sell it to. So like, again, a lot of this is fluff, but it is probably to the company it's a big deal, but to us fundamentally nothing has changed with it, you know. I'm having a hard time getting locates on this. Anyways, I'll look at some of these other ones so we're not just staring at that one the whole time. I'm in it. 2,000 shares at 50 cents. Okay, so I need to figure out my game plan with this one when it unhalts. I don't have that big of a position in it. I have 300 shares, so I might trim because it's approaching a moving average right now. The resolution's bad. Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know why the resolution's bad, but I entered at 50 cents. GNRX, I'm trying to figure out where I want to I'm probably going to take a little bit of profit here when it unhalts. It looks like it's going to open up at 790. So I'm in 500 shares. I'm probably going to trim 300 here. Yeah, I need to look into why the screen share and resolution isn't good. Maybe I should eliminate all this side stuff. So I'm in IXHL, only in 2,000 shares, which is only a grand. So this play ain't going to make or break my day. But okay, so this unhalted, I'm down to 200 shares now. I'm down to 100 shares now. I sold 200. Nice little bounce. Lucy's putting up a pretty good fight, but she's going down too. Yeah, I noticed that as well, Martin. That's why I went ahead and took profit right there, because um, now I know there's not like a clear level here, but I'm tempted to reshort here at $9. Yeah, I'm adding to the position right here. Small, but okay. I added on the $9. The monthly pivots there. That's still that one from Martin. Lucy's going down. I'll take profit at the 200. Might even take a profit here. There's obviously you probably should trim some right here because there's a level right here that is trying not to break under. So I'm gonna trim some right here too. Might play a little more conservative today. Secure profits because I've already made so much on Lucy from the up and down movement. So I'm completely out of Lucy right here. I think it will bounce back up or it hits the 200. So I might re-enter when it gets back to VWAP. So my $9 re-entry as of right now looks good. Let's see if it continues. And I'm gonna so now I'm in 200 shares again, so I'm gonna write it to 200 EMA. IXHL broke. It looks like it's trying to hold over the 50 cents. Not gonna re-enter again until $1. I know I will be down a grand if it gets up there. I'm fine with that because I'm gonna enter much heavier at $1 because If it goes from 8 cents to and it breaks through $1, I'm just going to take the L. But that's highly unlikely. So um, I don't see that happening. But that's my plan with this one. It's a probability game. I'm gonna get some wrong, but again, 8 cents, underwhelming phase two news. That doesn't change the company's fundamentals at all. There's I was not ready for this HW. Man, that would have been a beautiful entry. Jesus. $2. So it tested VWAP and just immediately failed. Cool, Alex. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I think it'll be beneficial to have that call. Because again, I've already learned a few things from y'all. And instead of just me talking, we all can chime in, get to know each other a little better too. But again, that's why like I'm being protective of this group. Like I'm about to cut off the free access because I don't want the dynamic to change. Y'all are all super supportive. Haven't had any trolls in the group yet. Like, and there's like 40 of us now. So if you find 40 random people anywhere, you're gonna find a troll. And I can be a troll sometimes too. I'm talking about just like a mean troll. You know what I mean? Like just being a troll for no reason. But yeah, good people in the group. Yeah, there was a good opportunity I wasn't paying attention to right here. I set up my LUCY levels. If it got to it, I set up my QNRX, and I did not set this one up. And that's the one I should have, because this is the no news pump. These are my favorites, so I should have been ready for this one. But already made good on this move. Did any of y'all catch this VWAP retest? Appreciate it, Raven. Yeah, I think there's things to learn from me for sure, but I think there's things I can learn from, and it's not even about me learning, just all of us learning from each other. But yeah, glad to have you in the group, Raven. I know you just got in not too long ago. Take the little mini course I created. Again, it's not, I mean, it's good, but I need to just continue to add resources to it. Like I need to add more examples, but I just wanted something out there because I've been promising a course for you guys. So I didn't promise it would be good. Just kidding. No, I think it's decent, but I do want to add more examples in it. But I cover my tech stack. I cover the 3 plays I look for, cover the main things. Not a very exciting market open, to be honest. I thought we would see much bigger moves from QNRX and LUCY, a pre-market retest. The closest to that was HWH. I didn't think this one would retest. This is such a good level too, because you can see right here, it fell twice to the $1.95 level. That happened to be where VWAP was, so there was already a little bit of resistance at VWAP. Man, that was a good entry. Good. I'm glad you're looking forward to watching the course this weekend. It's a not good out Sunday all day. Well, I mean, not all day, but I did it all on Sunday. And again, I'm pretty high, like it, like again, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't copy what I'm doing. I am very high risk. Um, Shorting is high risk. So if you're interested in shorting, make sure you alter it to your style. But my risk is going down some now that I'm not playing the 7 to 930 pops, but it's still it's shorting. You know, it's your day trading. It's risky. I got to protect myself and say that. So. So it's not very exciting right now, and I got to clock into where my boss will be calling me in about 5 minutes, probably 5-10 minutes, because I still do have a W-2. I run some well, I lead retail operations for some dispensaries, um, and I actually tried to quit to focus entirely on day trading, and they countered with a very good offer. So I'm still there because I work remote, and I still get to do what I want to do. So still have the W-2. But I'm off every speaking of good incentives, I'm off every Thursday and Friday though. So I might start day streaming or live streaming longer those hours or those days. So you're in IXHL. Yeah, this one again, I'm trying to trade more where I know where the top is. So this one is obviously very bullish. So this is the part of my high risk strategy. The Lucy retest, the QNRX retest, like I'm not saying that's not high risk. It's very high risk. Everything I do is high risk. There's my disclaimer. But it's not as high risk of getting into these stocks where you don't know where the top is. That's why I use like key levels like 50 cents, a dollar. It is proven right now it's struggling to hold over 50 cents. Like, yes, candles have closed, but you see these big wicks at the top? It hasn't decisively closed over 50 cents. Could it? Yeah, no, it could keep going for sure. But as of right now, I'm not too concerned about this play. It still hasn't gotten to its as high as its first move 20 minutes ago, because this was what, the 940 candle? It's about to be 10 o'clock. So feeling good about this one. I'm going to keep holding because that's what I do. And I'm in a small position, but maybe, trying to word this where I'm not giving advice, but if that seems too risky for you, then just find a level that you just like, I can't take the pain if it goes over 60 cents and then get out or whatever, where I'm going to just keep holding it because I'm willing to bet it's not going to get anywhere near a dollar. I think it's going to fail right here at 50 at some point, but could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So this $9 entry turned out to play out pretty good, and hopefully it'll keep falling. Sorry there weren't a lot of entries since I was on live stream, but most of these were positions I was already in. Sorry, got a bug flying around. So now IXHL, it's testing its earlier high, and it broke through it. So this is bullish, guys. Just FYI, this is a bullish play right now. I'm still in it, but it's showing very bullish signs right now. I know where this is going to end up by the end of the day, end of the week, whatever. It's going to be below this level. So, and I'm in a small position, so I'm going to let it play. But again, this is kind of the more riskier side of my trading. This is the slightly less risky testing because you just already know where the high is. With this one, technically, I really don't know where the high is. It could be $10. I don't think so. This would probably be the craziest play of the year if it gets to $10. But the point is, I don't know. If it gets over $1 and holds, I'm definitely out, you know, because then it's like, okay, this thing's busted through 50 cents, $1, I'm gone. But I'm gonna let it play all the way up to $1 because I'm only in 1,000 or 2,000 shares. But I still think by end of day it'll be under 50 cents. Bold statement. Probably because I said that it's gonna go hard now. But yeah, there's not a lot of action right now, so y'all know what I'm looking at. And it's only 10. The pre-market tests happen all the way up to 10:30. So Lucy could, like, it still is struggling to break through this little area right here where it keeps wicking down. It could bounce and retest 345, $4. Same thing with GNRX. I would actually be surprised if it doesn't test $10 again. I mean, it's looking very bearish, but if there's a pop here to $10, I'm entering. Just like I call that pop to 9. Because again, this is just being able to read candle action. A lot of times after a halt down, you see a green candle start to form. It will try to bounce back up, and it usually fails. So that's kind of why I entered at $9. Again, it's a probability game. Sometimes it doesn't do that, but a lot of the times I notice deep red halt down, you'll see a green candle try to test, and then it fails. Call this kind of like the death candle. I stole that from somebody, but it's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, so it's 10 o'clock now. I'm wrapping up. Hopefully, oh, the monthly pivot's 55, Martin. There, let's go. Maybe it'll fail here then. But anyways, thank you all for hopping on. Thursday, I will be going live in the Circle group only. And Friday, I'll be back on YouTube. Friday, I might make it a long live stream. So I'll probably start at 9 and just, because I've noticed a lot of these live streams, like a lot of the action happens after. Like most of the money I made yesterday was after 10 o'clock. So intraday seems to be where the money's at right now, or at least where I can figure out how to make money. So Friday I might do a very long live stream like I used to do from 6 to 10 a.m. I might do 9 till 12 or something. We'll see. But that's it for today. Thank y'all for hopping on. Thank y'all for liking the video, and the Circle group's still free. I don't think it will be by the end of this week though, because like I was saying, I like my little group. Y'all are great. It's better than I could have asked for. So IXHL, look at it. It's getting bullish. This one might run. I mean, it's already running, so it's about to be at 70 cents. Jeez. But again, I'm not entering again till probably 98 cents, 99 cents or something. But hopefully it doesn't get there. But anyways, guys, thanks for hopping on. Hope you made some money with GNRX or LUCY. I'll be posting updates in the Circle group. And that's it for today. Thank y'all. Right. I sent, real quick, Raven, I sent the subscription to your group, Google Forms. Can you see, please? Yeah, Alex, before I bounce, I keep going back and forth if I want to transfer everything to Discord, mostly just from the alerts, because I like the alerts in Discord better, but I wanted like a more like less chaotic Discord. That's why I went with Circle, but I kind of feel you on that one. And Raven, yeah, you're in the group. You've been accepted. And shoot me a message in your Circle group if you have questions. But anyways, I'm signing off now, guys. Talk to y'all later.